All right, Big Red, back with you. Oh, it's getting a little dark out. But, see, last video we left off, I'm working on the 52, this rat rod project. I left you off with the cleaning the cab out, and we took the front clip off in that situation. So now, this video, I'm gonna tackle playing around with that motor a little bit, and we'll see how far we get with that. I might do a few other things, talking about windows and clean up the firewall, and yeah, just strip it down some more. But first, let's see if this motor's locked up or not, and see if we can save it. So, let's get to it. Alright, got that radiator out of the way. I'm not too promised because the oil cap has been off. So that's not looking good. But I'm going to check the oil real quick. I'm still going to put a breaker bar in the crank and see if it'll budge, but highly doubt it. Checking the Earl. There's that Earl. It's over full. Definitely. Got some dinosaurs still in it. That's good. Maybe. Negatory. Let's take these spark plugs out and see what the radiator spark plugs down yesterday with the coil. Uh-oh. Look, it's up, it's broke. I'll have to pour some go. That ain't good. Just busted off. Ooh. I can take the heads off, but I don't really feel like leaving it open in case somebody wants this. I don't know if they're rare parts or what. I need to Google it, see if we need to keep together, and maybe somebody else, you know, a flathead guru They can revive this better than I can because I've never touched one. Yeah, I'm gonna sit on that for a minute. Kind of Google a couple things. Call a couple buddies of mine and see what. If it's not worth anything, and I can just take it apart, and if I can fix it, I can fix it. If not, then I will. But I do have. What do I got? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 small block Chevys. One's ready for the machine shop. One just needs a couple heads put on it. And that other one, she's ready to go. It came out of a running truck. So, I don't know. Let me think about it and I'll get back with you. I'll call a buddy and if not, we'll start on the windows. Alright, I think I've decided. I'm just going to stick with what I know. I know the small blocks. I've built 100 of them. I've worked on millions of them, so I mean, this year, yeah, it'd be kind of cool to get the Flathead going, but I'm gonna have more money into this thing than this whole truck's worth. Like I said, this is gonna be a rat rod project, so I want to use what parts I have. Obviously, I gotta buy some parts to get some of them running, but I want it to be a rat rod. This here, I'm gonna have to actually go through it and rebuild the motor, and I'm probably gonna have $1,500 in just machine work. So that's if it's even worth it. I don't know what's in there underneath the valves or the heads and stuff. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna cut my losses, pull the motor out, and I'll drop down one of my 350s in it. The best running Fords out there, powered by GM. I know I'm gonna get hate for the Ford guys on that one, but had to. But anyways, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna stop that, and I'm going to clean up the firewall a little bit and maybe tackle the windows. So yeah, I'll put you on time lapse and we'll get those windows knocked out of there real quick, just for the hell of it. Windows up, the front and rear. Well, obviously the driver's side's missing the door window. Still got the vent windows and the passenger side window, but I'm gonna leave them in there because I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with the doors yet. They're both pretty. This one's okay, but it's got a big dent in it, and they're both rotted at the bottom. This one's not so bad. But this window's already missing. But I'm pretty sure I can pop that dent out because there's no crease in it. But yeah, don't know exactly what I'm going to do with the doors yet. I'm not going to worry about fighting the windows if I'm going to replace the doors or something. Half doors on it or something. I don't know my plans yet, so I'm going to wait on the doors. But the main one's out because they definitely need replaced. And plus, if I decide to chop it, they're gonna need to be replaced anyways. But I'm a big guy, so I don't know if I'm gonna chop it yet because I gotta decide what I'm gonna use for seats. Sit down in there and see how much headroom I got. Yeah, because I want to make sure I can drive the damn thing, which I'm pretty sure I can probably do 3 or 4 inches out of it. But we'll see. But yeah, for right now, I think the main things I got to take off are, got hooked. Still got to do the running boards on both sides. That door has to stay open. But yeah, I got the running boards, which the brackets are attached to the frame with rivets. And bolts go through the brackets, so I don't know if I'm just going to take the whole bracket off because I don't need the brackets. I'm not putting the fender flares or the running boards on there. So I think I'm just going to cut the rivets or chisel them off or whatever. I'm going to wait for daylight. I'm tired of rolling on around for one day. But, yeah. So I got some pondering to do on where I want to go from here. I know it's got the straight axle on the front, the Ford straight axle, and I'm pretty sure I'm bringing it to the front with some wishbones or something. I don't know what I'm doing yet, but I want that front end to drop. Pretty sure that's where I'm going with it, because I know I'm a big guy, but I want it low. The rear frame, I think pretty sure I'm gonna cut it right after the cab here, come up with it and go out. Kind of, you see probably a lot of people do it. So I suck that rear end up in there. Yep. Which I still gotta take the cab off and fix the floor and the mounts on the back here, because it's, I don't know if you can see that. So now you're attached on this side, so it's where all that door couldn't open. So all the coon crap and everything sat there and moistened up everything. Yeah. Now that I'm down here talking to your level, I'm just gonna take some of the wiring off of the firewall and stuff, because I'm not gonna reuse that old wiring. So we'll cut some of that off, and the fuel lines and all that, because we don't need it. I just prep the firewall kind of thing to get ready for the cab to come off. I'm not doing the cab tonight, but just prepping it. And also, by the way, anything you see that I'm taking off of this and you want, comment, because like the bench seat and stuff, the wiring or the springs and stuff look okay. I haven't looked as good, but the seat itself looks okay. I'm not gonna reuse it, but I know somebody restoration project, that toolbox that went on top of the gas tank, that's still good. It's yellow nut. The front clip, I don't know what I'm doing with yet, but like I said, if you see something that you want, because other than that, probably gonna go to the scrap pile. So I do also have a classic car rescue on Facebook that I part of. Well, actually, not part of. I created it. I like to go out to the weeds like this one, and I like to rescue the cars. Even if I don't rescue them myself or rebuild them myself, at least I'm getting it out of the weeds. I cleaned up a little bit, and if I can, I try to get the motor freed up a little bit, and then I try to give it to somebody else, because I know some of that stuff is intimidating to other people. But hey, if I can get somebody else to pull it out of the weeds and sell it to somebody else, or whatever, or help them out, I like doing that. I like pulling them out of the weeds. I don't know why. I just always have. Yeah, Classic Car Rescue on Facebook. Go look it up. So yep, I think this is gonna do it for this video. Got the windows up. Got the firewall somewhat cleaned up. All I gotta do is the linkage, which like I said, I'll wait till I check and put the tires back on it. I'll just climb there and torch and zip, and it'll be off. I'm not gonna reuse any of that, so. As always, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and come back for the next one. Peace.